4 days ago, the world witnessed an event that military experts still struggle to explain. It happened in the gray silence of dawn on October 18, 2025, when the fog over eastern Ukraine was so thick you could barely see 10 meters ahead. But hidden inside that fog was a trap that would change global politics forever. It began with whispers inside Ukrainian intelligence networks. Satellite images from NATO reconnaissance planes had detected an unusual convoy moving from the Russian border toward occupied Luhansk. Dozens of armored trucks, radar systems, and supply vehicles, but what shocked analysts wasn't their movement. It was their origin. The serial codes, the chassis numbers, even the heat signatures all matched technology manufactured in China. For months, Beijing had denied providing direct military aid to Moscow, but this convoy, valued at nearly $1.4 billion, proved otherwise. For Ukraine, the revelation was explosive, and the decision came down fast. The convoy had to be stopped before it reached the front lines. On October 17, Ukrainian commanders approved Operation Phantom Veil. It was one of the most daring covert missions of the entire war. Instead of striking in daylight, they would wait until the weather itself became their ally. A dense, unpredictable fog forecast for the early morning hours. In the underground command bunker outside Kramatorsk, 32 drone pilots prepared for launch. Their target, over 60 armored supply trucks carrying electronics, radar systems, and artillery shells built in Chinese factories. Their strategy: hit hard, vanish fast, and leave no trace. At 4:03 a.m., the fog rolled in exactly as predicted. It moved like a living thing, thick, cold, almost impenetrable. Visibility dropped to zero. For the convoy moving along the dirt highway, that fog felt like protection. For Ukraine, it was camouflage. High above the mist, silent electric drones hovered, invisible to radar, invisible to human eyes. Their infrared sensors cut through the fog like knives through smoke. Each operator watched glowing dots crawl across their screens. Chinese trucks, heavy with stolen power. Then came the order: hold position, wait for full target lock. For nearly 40 minutes, the drones floated without sound, their propellers masked by the wind. Every heartbeat felt like thunder in the operators' chests. At 4:47 a.m., confirmation came through. The convoy was fully inside the kill zone. The lead truck had crossed the wooden bridge over the Siversky Donets River exactly as planned. The commander's voice cut through the static. All units fire beneath the fog. The first strike was silent, then deafening. A single drone dropped a precision-guided thermite charge directly onto the bridge. Flames erupted from nowhere, consuming the lead vehicles in a blinding flash. The convoy's radio chatter exploded with panic. Seconds later, 24 drones descended in perfect synchronization, their munitions streaking through the fog like comets. From above, the entire highway became a glowing ribbon of fire twisting through white mist. Operators could see nothing with their eyes, only on the screens, but the infrared feeds told the story. Every truck hit, every target neutralized. By 5:20 a.m., the battlefield was silent again. The fog thickened, muffling every sound, hiding the wreckage beneath its gray veil. Not a single drone was lost. Not a single Ukrainian soldier fired a bullet. When the morning sun rose hours later, reconnaissance teams moved in cautiously. What they found looked unreal: melted metal scattered across the road, half sunken into blackened mud. The smell of burning fuel filled the air. Engines lay twisted like torn paper. Among the debris were fragments stamped with Chinese markings, Norinco Defense Industries, Beijing, and serial numbers registered to export models never officially sold to Russia. The proof was undeniable, and within 24 hours, those images reached Western intelligence channels. Leaked satellite photos began circulating on encrypted networks. Soon after, the story broke across global media. Chinese military convoy destroyed in Ukraine strike. Beijing immediately denied everything. Their spokesperson called it a Western fabrication. But inside the Pentagon, analysts confirmed the find: thermal imaging, materials analysis, and intercepted communications all matched Chinese manufacturing patterns. In Kiev, the reaction was electric. Ukraine's defense minister addressed the nation with calm confidence. Let it be known those who aid aggression will share its fate. That same night, security footage from the drone command room leaked online. It showed young Ukrainian pilots, faces lit by glowing screens, silently watching the fog consume their targets. No cheers, no celebration, only quiet relief. Internationally, the strike sent shockwaves through diplomatic circles. NATO called an emergency meeting. Washington increased intelligence sharing with Kiev. And for the first time, European leaders directly warned Beijing to stop supplying Moscow or face economic consequences. Behind closed doors, Chinese military analysts were furious. Losing $1 billion convoy wasn't just a financial blow, it was humiliation. Satellite photos from later that week showed new air defenses being moved across southern Russia, a silent admission of fear. On the ground, Ukrainian engineers studied the wreckage, recovering fragments of sensors and communication chips. They used that data to upgrade their own drone systems, turning enemy technology into an advantage. By October 20, Ukrainian morale was higher than ever. The fog had lifted, but its memory remained a reminder of how precision, patience, and weather could rewrite the rules of modern war. Even now, footage of that night circulates across social media. A ghostly white highway, invisible enemies striking from the clouds, and an empire's secret convoy erased in silence. Experts call it the fog strike. A masterclass in modern drone warfare where visibility means death and invisibility means victory. As the war grinds on, one truth grows louder. Ukraine no longer fights just to survive, it fights to innovate. And on that foggy morning of October 18, 2025, when China's $1.4 billion convoy vanished beneath the mist, the world saw that no secret alliance, no hidden supply chain, and no shadow war can escape the eyes of those who wait in silence. Because sometimes silence is the loudest weapon of all.